And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We are live and coming to you live today from beautiful Pope Francis Pret. The baseball diamond is where we're at, as part two of the doubleheader today brings us here as the Pope Francis Cardinals are taking on the Pittsfield Generals. We're picking up this game here on the top of the second inning. Cardinals struck first in the bottom of the first. It's a 1-0 ball game as we begin here. Damian Mancios on the mound. He has been in control, and Damian Mancios has the RBI on the day. He had a triple, and that scored Johnny Gosselin brought him in from third and advanced Damian over to third. So with that being said, it's a 1-0 Pope Francis lead. Damian on the mound. He looked good in the first inning. Now we will see him here on the top of the second. AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Cardinals, bringing you this live and exclusive action right here on Pope Prep. So glad to have you with us. We got two games going on at once. Let me tell you, that's Pope Prep Productions for you. We got a game over here on the baseball field, then on the turf today. We got girls lacrosse. That was a senior night. We had a senior night here too. Pope Francis is vibing on this Friday. Friday, May 17th edition of Pope Prep Productions brings us here. A little cloudy on the diamond, but we are set and ready to roll in the top of the second. Let's take you around the infield today for Pope Francis. Cole Miller is at third base. Jake Petrin at shortstop wearing number 2. Anthony Ardolino is over at second with Johnny Gosselin at first. And the outfield from left to right, it's Moscardi, Brady Ballot, and I believe that is Gio Manzi out there in right field. Nick Burns doing the catching, and Damian Mancios doing the pitching, and he fires in a strike. Damian Mancios had a commanding 1-2-3 first inning. We'll look to start the top of the second the same way. Again, so glad to have you with us. A reminder to like this content and subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest and unique content anywhere on the high school sports scenes, no matter where you are and however you may be listening today, whether you're listening to us as a radio broadcast, or watching us on your TV at home. We thank you for tuning in. Damian Mancios on the mound, going through his work. 1-1 pitch coming in. Damian off to Anna Maria College next year. A pitch from Mancios. A swing and a miss from the Pittsfield Generals. That'll make it a 1-2 count. It is packed for a senior day. It's actually a senior day, not senior night here. Starting this game out at 4 o'clock today, so not exactly senior night, senior day. It's packed nonetheless. I mean, there's not a spot open in the parking lot. Some people have had to park out in the back parking lot. As girls lacrosse is their senior night going on as well. So parking spots limited down here. Glad you can watch it instead. Pitch here, was that a swing? He did go around. Strike 3 called. Damian Mancios off to a flying start, and this one went away in the top of the second. They've said it here all season long. When Damian Mancios is on the mound, this team just plays better. When they have a hurler like Damian on the mound, the team's going to gel. Last year we saw that. Connor Nemec, Brady DeBarge, they were the 1-2 punch. That led the Cardinals to the Western Mass Final last year. They'll hope to return there this year. Damian Mancios still working here. 0-1 count. Sun's starting to shine through the shade here. Pittsfield Generals dugout trying to make some noise, but Damian Mancios is locked in tonight. Big D fires it in there. It'll be an 0-2 count with one away in the top of the second. We are approaching the postseason. Last home regular season game for this Pope Francis boys team. The pitch in there for strike 3. Damian Mancios coming out to throw today, and it's going to be hard for Pittsfield to get any runs if Damian is pitching like this. He is locked in. Anna Maria commit. They're getting a stud in Damian Mancios. 2 down in the top of the second now. Pittsfield still scratching and clawing for their first hit this afternoon. Pitch going to be a bit downstairs for a ball. Again, it's a busy day, and Caleb Gilmet, you got to give him all the props today, ladies and gentlemen. Making sure that girls lacrosse and Don Percy doing a good job, and boys baseball over here. 2 streams at once. You can check out our sister stream where you can see the girls lacrosse senior night. Damian Mancios on the mound. He'll touch the rubber twice, and now he'll turn home. Damian Mancios looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He's in a bit of a rough patch here. 2-0. He's looking for a strike, and he's going to get it. With velocity on that one, too. 2-1 pitch coming in. No one on. 2 out. Pitch. Going to be downstairs. It'll be a 3-1 count. So Damian Mancios trying to have another 1-2-3 and not trying to let any Pittsfield Generals on base here. He's been off to a hot start. See if it'll continue here. 3-1 pitch coming in for Damian. And so glad to have you with us. It's been a minute since I've talked to you, but Cardinals are back on the air, which means I'm here. Damien walks the batter here, so the Pittsfield Generals will have their first runner of the day on first base. First man on base, so Damien still no hits allowed. Top of the second, rolling along today. Sun is starting to come out a bit here at Pope. 2 away, top of the second. It's a Cardinal 1-0 lead on senior night. I'm just going to call it senior night for the fun of it. Last time we saw this Cardinal team at home wasn't the best showing, and they know it, and they're coming out here today trying to win this ball game. Pitch is going to be just outside, and it'll be a ball, too. I'll make it a 1-0 count. Runner for Pittsfield taking the lead off first. It's a pinch runner, and Damien's going to check in, make sure there's no funny business going on. The runner's going to be safe. Some changes around the infield for Coach Fenton since the last time we see this team. Johnny Gosselin is over at first base. Cole Miller is at third. So changes plenty for this team. Trying to get a big win today at home. Matsios will check in on the runner again. That was closer, but runner will still slide in safe. Lots of alums here to cheer on their Cardinals today. Big day. Pitch, runner is going to go. Burns is going to try to throw down. The throw is not in time. Ardolino drops it. And the Pittsfield Generals will have a runner in scoring position. So a big opportunity for Pittsfield. The one runner that was able to get under the skin of Matsios. Through the walk. Now the Cardinals will look for an out. 2-0 count coming in. Nick Burns went out to check in on Damien, make sure everything was okay. Trying to tell him to lock back in here for this Pope team. Two-0 count, 2 away. Cardinals up 1. Damien Matsios on the mound. Here's the pitch. That'll be downstairs. Runner thought about going, but Burns was ready to go. Much easier throw from home to third rather than the second. Senior year winding down for these seniors. Heavily vested senior lineup today for senior day. Pitch coming in from Matsios. That is going to be ball 4. So Damien, who started out this game looking good, he was looking sharp on the mound for the Redbirds, has walked the last 2 batters he's seen. And now for the Redbirds, they'll have the opportunity to register an out at any base with 2 away. And they'll try to get their bats back out on the diamond. Two away. Runners at first and second. Matsios is going to check in on the runner at second, but he'll slide in safe. Ardolino was ready too. Ardolino, a senior committed to Springfield College. We'll go through the commits today one by one as we see the Cardinal Stars make plays, as that pitch is going to be ripped into the parking lot. Look out here. Oof, takes a dumping onto the grass instead. We'll make it an 0-1 count. Again, so glad to have you with us. Stretch run of the 2024 season is officially here. Can't believe I'm saying that as a senior. It feels like I was just walking in to Pope Francis Prep yesterday. 0-1 pitch from Damien. That'll be a bit high, and we'll make it a 1-1 count too. Damien Matsios, diehard New York Jets fan, diehard Mets fan too. Likes to talk sometimes with a little bit of a Italian little flair, too. Always talking about the moots, and little chicken parmesan. Sorry I had to do my Italian voice for you, but it's a 1-2 count, and Damien will look to end the inning. Maybe they'll give him some pasta if he's able to end the inning here. 1-2 pitch for the ace of the staff. Swing and a miss, and the Burns is met. Strike 3, and the side is retired. So Damien Matsios gets out of trouble. He walked 2 batters in the inning, but gets out of it with a big punch out. Coming up, the Cardinal Bats are going to be back in action. Stay tuned, folks. Champions play here, back in a flash. Exciting baseball action continues next, live exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bottom of the second inning, and the Cardinals already up one, looking to do some more damage here, and they'll turn to senior Gio Manzi. Manzi's going to have a high pop up here, sky high. It will finally come down. Pittsfield will look to make the catch, and Manzi is retired. So Gio Manzi, the Merrimack commit, sat down on one pitch. So with Manzi sitting down, that means Brady Ballot will be up at the plate here for Pope. Brady Ballot, Revere University commit. He'll be playing baseball in his future. That'll be a pitch upstairs over ball, making a 1-0 count. One of the nicest young men here at Pope. Pitch could be downstairs again. Brady Ballot, I'm telling you, when he gets on base, it becomes a pitcher's nightmare. 2-0 pitch coming in, one away, bottom of the second inning. A 1-0 ball game. Ballot will look again. That pitch will be outside as well. So, again, last thing this general team will want to do is put Ballot on base here, and they won't here. As Ballot would, again, always look at that 3-0 pitch, make sure it can be a strike, especially at the high school level. Happens to be a strike here, so Ballot will get a 3-1 pitch, and now he will head over to first base. He questioned it. Maybe the ump would change his mind, but instead, it's Brady Ballot heading over to first. So Anthony Ardolino is going to step up to the dish now. So Ardolino with a big runner at first, and Ballot. Ballot will take a lead and a half here. Look at that. Ardolino will swing on the first pitch he sees. He was swinging for the fences there, but instead he'll foul it back off. A little bit of a breeze. Not too bad for a mid-May day. We'll check in on Ballot. It was a high throw over to first base. And Ballot will have to slide back in. Ballot at first. Anthony Ardolino batting now. Here's the pitch to Anthony Ardolino. Be upstairs once more. Ardolino wisely just using the eyes. Bottom of the second. Again, so glad to have you with us. Friday afternoon baseball. Doesn't get better than that. We'll check in again on Ballot. Ballot is going to have a busy day. He gets on base. He'll wipe off his hands and get back into it here. 1-1 count. Pope dugout trying to cheer on Ardolino, and that is going to be a pop-up heading straight to the road here, and a fan will get a souvenir. And hey, if Anthony Ardolino ever plays for the Boston Red Sox, that baseball might be worth something. Still is worth something to a lucky fan out there. You might want to keep that one. 1-2 pitch coming in. Second inning. Ballot at first. Ardolino swinging for the fences again there. He'll foul it off to the backstop. Ant-Man at the dish. Let's go, Ardo, the chant here. Ballot is going to go. He will slide down. He is safe. He steals the bag. How about that? The base stealing thief strikes again. Right when we're not paying attention, Ardolino used the eyes, and it was a cash-in from Brady Ballot. Ballot took the base. So a stolen base here for Ballot. What else would you expect from Mr. Ballot? Told you, when he gets on base, it's havoc. Ballot will take a lead again, and Ardolino will swing and miss. There'll be a drop third strike. They'll throw on over to first, and Ardolino is retired. 2 outs now in the bottom of the second inning, and it's time for the Mo Show. You know what's cool today, too, is they got the walk-up songs going on for a senior night, so they brought in the big speakers, and Moss Carney is heading up to the dish. It's a Mo Show here at Pope. Moss trying to get on base here. He'll swing at the first pitch he sees. And a common theme for these Cardinals thus far in this bottom of the second inning, swinging on the first pitch they've seen. As it'll be fouled off, and it'll make it a 0-1 count. Mid-May, a little chilly. Fans here, some in sweatshirts, most of them in shorts. Moss Carney will pop this one off onto the tennis courts. You know, luckily there's no one out there today. Some days it can be a little bit of a pain when you're playing tennis. You always got to worry about those baseballs coming at you. Pitch here to Moss Carney, going to be upstairs. It'll make it a 1-2 count. Packed house at Pope Prep today. Pitch here will be in there. That's going to be a called strike 3, and the side is retired. Moss Carney looked at the up, thought he was kidding there for a second, and now he will head back to the dugout, and the Cardinals will be back out in the infield. Coming up, we've got the top of the third, still 1-0 for Pope Francis. We are all set and ready to go here in the top of the third. A.J. Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, are with you on Station 1. Station 2 today, Pope Francis Girls Lacrosse. Their senior night over on the big turf. I believe it's a 10-3 score in the second half there. As Pope Francis, this girls lacrosse team this year have been quite the surprise. They've been very, very good. Cardinals getting ready here to start the top of the third. Glad you can stick with us. No changes in the infield or the outfield for that matter. Mancio still on the mound. And we're set to begin in the top of the third. Cloudy, not too sunny. For a baseball player, it's a good day to be out here. Every day is a good day to be out here. Pitch here from Mancios is going to be in there for a strike. So Damian Mancios starts it out with a little bit of a change-up here in the top of the third. Pittsfield dugout trying to get him a little distracted. And the pitch here, it'll be a big swing and a miss again. And Damian off to a good start here. 0-2 count. Start the top of the third. Damian looking in. Says no originally to Burns. Says no again, but finally shakes his head. Third time's the charm. Is it? Damian Mancios is going to be just a bit high. Tell he wanted that one there. Top of the third, Mancios looking for the first out. That one skips into the dirt. Burns back there. He'll have to make the play. He does. No one on base, though, so it wouldn't have been that big of an issue. Damian Mancios stepping off the mound for a bit there. He'll step back on now and get ready to deal. 2-2. Upstairs. 3-2 pitch coming in from Damian now. Damian Mancios had a 1-2-3 top of the first. Second inning, walked 2 but got out of the jam. He'll try to start out here with a punchy. Mancios. That'll be a line drive. A wicked line drive goes over the glove of Ardolino and in the right field for a base hit. Ardolino lost his sunglasses on the play too. Runner at first for the Pittsfield Generals. Ball skipped over the glove of Ardolino, took an awkward bounce on him into the dirt, and went into right field. Manzi had to make a play. He did. So a single for the Pittsfield Generals here. Damian Mancios trying to lock back in. Almost had the batter. That was some good contact there from Pittsfield. He'll be awarded with a runner at first. Mancios looking to come back strong here. The pitch, they'll check in on the runner at first, and he'll slide in safe. Mancios not afraid to do that. Doesn't want a free runner heading over into scoring position here. Top of the third inning, no outs. Runner at first. And that is going to be a line drive. That one is sent high and deep in the left field. Moscarney can't make the play. Pittsfield Generals are going to have two runners in scoring position here. Runners at second and third. It's a double for Pittsfield. And just like that, the Generals are in business. 2 men on, no outs. And the Cardinals are in a jam. So, 2 on, no outs. Runners at second and third. Biggest pressure point of the game thus far, with the Cardinals up 1 on Senior Day. The pitch from Matsios. That'll be a sharp ground ball, and that will head right over near us. Ooh, right through the glove of Caleb Gilmet. No, I'm just kidding. Went right over here. They'll send over someone to pick it up. Uh-oh, that one sent into the infield by Caleb Gilmet. We'll point at him over here. That was all him, not me. Not sure what he was thinking there. Thought he was Clayton Kershaw, but I guess not. Damian Mancios back on the mound after the brief disruption by Caleb Gilmet. No, I'm just kidding. Damian. With a 0-1 count. The top of the third. 2 on. Mancios looking for a good pitch. That one skips into the dirt. Luckily, Nick Burns is back there to keep it in front of him, or else that could have been a disastrous play for Pope Francis, as Damian will look to get his command back here for Pope Francis. Started out the top of the first so well. Pittsfield has given him some fits here in the second and third innings. That's going to be a sharp line drive right into the glove of Petrin. He'll fire on over to the first. It's going to be a ribby here nonetheless. It was a close play at first. I believe Gosselin did get the tag as insurance, and that actually worked for him. So it'll be a ribby here for Pittsfield, and they are able to tie the game up at 1 apiece. So it works out. They don't get the runner from second to third, but they do get the run across. So it's a 1-1 game. Some hard-hit baseballs here in this third inning from Pittsfield. They tie the game. Pittsfield looking for more here with a runner in scoring position at second. Pitch from Mancios is going to be downstairs for a ball. Some of the fans displeased here about that call. One-0 pitch. Mancios in there for a strike. Making a 1-1 count. Pittsfield's got a runner at second. Damian Mancios trying to get that command back. 1-1 ball game, trying to make it stay 1-1. Pitch. Mancios in the dirt again. Mancios having some command issues thus far. Two-1 pitch. Pittsfield Generals in that dugout starting to sound a bit like a zoo. Mancios pitch up high again. 3-1 count now. And Mancios will have to step off the mound again. Anna Maria Commit trying to fight back here. Damian Mancios on the mound. Pitch from Mancios in the dirt, and that is going to be a walk, and Burns will have to come out to the mound. And Coach Fenton will as well. No activity in the Cardinal bullpen. Fenton is going to come in, check and make sure his hurler is all right. Entire infield will come in as well. If you're Pope Francis, got runners for Pittsfield, that's first and second. Got to keep it a 1-1 game, you think, if you're Pope. This team plays better. When they are down, it's very tough to come back in high school baseball games. Sometimes it gets out of hand. All Damian trying to do here, just keep it 1-1. So Mancios on the mound. Top of the third. Pope Francis scored their run in the bottom of the first. Pittsfield has scored their run this inning. I tell you, I've been doing this job for 3 years. This Pittsfield dugout is as loud as I can recall it ever being in the visiting dugout. Mancios on the mound with an 0-1 count here. The pitch, that'll be in there for a strike. And Damian Mancios looks like he's calmed down a bit. He's starting to find that command again. 0-2 pitch coming in with one away in the top of the third. Mancios pitch, that'll be a swing and a miss. That'll be heading out and into the backstop, and that is going to be an out. It skipped over the backstop. Will they send runners back? No, they'll let them advance. But nonetheless, there'll be 2 outs. So Mancios gets the punch out. Still waiting for the update on the scoreboard here. You know, 1-1 ball game. We got a stoppage here. Fenton is going to come out, and we are going to have a new pitcher coming for the Pope Francis Cardinals. It'll be Giovanni Manzi. So Manzi is going to come in. That'll be all she wrote for Damian today. How about that? So 2 2/3 innings for Damian. He will depart. Johnny Gosselin will come off too. We'll have some defensive changes. Gio Manzi's going to get some warm-up pitches coming in. That's it for Damian today. Coming up, we continue in a 1-1 ball game. 2 away in the top of the third. Back here in the top of the third with 2 away. Gio Manzi on the mound. We have some defensive changes around the diamond. We'll give them to you right now. Damian's going to head over to first. Johnny Gosselin moves in the right field. And Gio Manzi moves up on the bump. One of the reasons why the Cardinals struggled the last time we saw him out here, Gio Manzi was off, and we could tell. Manzi didn't start the game out right. Gave up quick runs and got quickly taken out. He's having some command issues here early on. He'll try to calm the nerves down a bit and get it going. 2-0 count, 2 away. Runners at second and third for Pittsfield. Pitch coming in here. That'll be a strike, so that's a changeup, and that'll be Manzi's first strike of the day. Pitch here will be in the dirt again from Manzi, so Gio's going to have to try to figure this one out. 3-1 count coming in. Not the start that Manzi wanted to have here. That's going to be a strike, though, so he'll take it. And an even full count here coming up. Manzi looking for the punch-out. 2 away, just trying to get out of the jam. Here the Cardinals, it'd be a huge win to keep it 1-1. That'll be a ground ball. Will that stay fair? No, it's going to be foul. Fouled off on the third base line. Cole Miller was ready to go. Over at third base for Pope. Be a 2-2 pitch coming in. Or excuse me, they're a 3-2 pitch from Manzi. The pitch is downstairs for ball 4, and the bases will be loaded with 2 away for Pittsfield. A big opportunity for them in a tie ball game. Huge breaking point in this one from either side. Here, Pittsfield trying to capitalize now. Pope Francis just trying to keep it the way it is. A pressure spot to start out the day for Gio Manzi. Pitch here, that'll be in the dirt for a ball to make it a 1-0 count. Cardinals this year, and the games we've covered, the pitching has been a struggle. And tough for them to find arms. Pitch again in the dirt. It'll make it a 2-0 count now. Manzi struggling with command early on. Cardinals got to find a way to get strikes. Pitch. Manzi, that'll be in there for a strike. They'll check in on the runner at second and fell a little closer than it actually was. He'll be safe over at second. Runner down. A little extra time, and he's going to call for time. Hope he's okay. May have hurt a finger in there. We'll take a look at him. He's okay. He'll get back up. Calls for time, so he's just going to get a quick check. 2-1 count. 2 away in the top of the third. Manzi's pitch. That'll be in there. Or, excuse me, rather downstairs for a ball. Excuse me. Gio having a hard time finding the strike zone. 3-1 pitch coming in. Huge pitch from Manzi. You got to throw a strike. The pitch. That is in there for a strike. Pittsfield thought that was high. Close. But Manzi gets the job done. It'll be a 3-2 pitch coming in. Gio needed that strike. Now he'll need another one. Can't afford a walk here if you're Manzi. 1-1 ball game. All the runners will go. That pitch is going to be downstairs for a ball. A run is going to score. It is a 2-1 Pittsfield lead. Awfully close, yet so far away for Manzi. Pope fans having a hard time thinking about that one. It's a 2-1 Pittsfield lead. This top of the third has been troublesome for Pope. Last time it was the top of the fourth for Pope that got them in trouble. This time here it's the top of the third. It's a 2-1 lead for Pittsfield. The visitors have come on the road and have figured things out in this top of the third. Pitch here from Manzi way high. Be a 1-0 count. Manzi has come in and has walked the first 2 batters he's seen. Walked in a run. Pitch from Manzi. That'll be in there for a strike. That'll make it a 1-1 count. We finally will get some action here in the bullpen. It's going to be Steven Wazinski warming up. Pitch here from Manzi. That'll be a check swing. They'll check with the umpire. I did think he went around. He did. Pretty sure. Yep, that'll make it a 1-2 count. Cardinals really got to get out of this jam now. Manzi, opportunity here to get him out of the jam. Pitch. That'll be a line drive in the center field. Brady Ballin is there, and that will retire the side. Not before Pittsfield has a 2-run top of the third inning to take the lead here on the Pope Francis Diamond. Coming up, the Cardinal Bats will look to get it back here. 2-1, the score for Pittsfield at the end of the top of the third. Coming up, we got the bottom of the third. Stay tuned, folks. Champions play here, back in a flash, live on Pope Prep. Ready to begin in this bottom of the third. A.J. Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, is with you. Jake Petrin back up at the dish for the first time since that bottom of the first inning, rather. First pitch will be in there for a strike. Second pitch going to be a bit high and upstairs. It'll make it a 1-1 count. Jake Petrin, commit to Canterbury. Playing hockey and baseball next year for a post-grad year. With a 2-1 count. Trying to get the Cardinals back into this one. It's a 2-1 Pittsfield lead. How things have changed. In that first inning, felt like the Cardinals had momentum. Felt like they were going to come out of the gates and take immediate control of this one. That first inning ended abruptly after they got that one run. Pitch coming in here from Pittsfield. That'll be a ground ball. It'll head all the way over to the first baseman, who will just tap on the bag and beat Petrin to the bag. One away in the bottom of the third. So, with that being said, Petrin is retired, and Cole Miller will step up to the dish now. Pitch here to Miller is going to be in there for a strike. Pittsfield, the 2-1 lead. Miller looking at a ball. Cole Miller, one of the new imports on this Pope Francis baseball team, has himself into a 1-1 count here. He'll foul this one off into the parking lot to make it a 1-2 count. Pope Francis Cardinals, busy Friday afternoon here in Wendover Road. Got girls lacrosse playing right now on the big turf. Senior night game. They're up big. I think it's a 14-3 score. Yeah, 14-3. I mean, it's girls Cardinal lacrosse team. Getting hot at the right time. Pittsfield. Trying to fire one in here. That'll be a ground ball. It'll go to the shortstop, who can't make the play. Still try to beat out Cole Miller. That one will head all the way into the back of first. Cole Miller is going to try to head into second, and he will, standing up. So Cole Miller with some smart base running is going to have the Cardinals with a runner in scoring position here, and Johnny Goslin will be stepping up to the dish. So some good base running from Cole Miller. We'll have him stopped at second. Which means that Johnny Goslin will be stepping up to the dish. And folks, sorry about our scoreboard. I can only do two things at once here. Running camera and commentating is hard enough. Can't do all three at once. I can try, but not going to come out too good. A 1-1 count. Bottom of the third inning. Cardinals looking to tie things up. A 2-1 ball game. Could have been worse. In that top of the third, Manzi luckily was able to get out of the jam, only giving up a run. Pitch here. Goslin will foul it off. Come right near us. 0-2 pitch coming in. Goslin will step back here for a minute. Rethink about things in an 0-2 count. Again, big inning for the Redbirds. They need one. 2-1 pitch. Runner's going to go. Goslin is going to foul this one off into the parking lot. Look out for your windshield here. Ooh, took a bump off a license plate instead. Not the worst possible outcome. Pitch here to Johnny Goslin, the BC commit. One-two pitch to Goss. That'll be a high pop-up will go into the outfield here to make the catch, and there are 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd. So, with Gosselin being retired, they'll turn to Damian Mancios, who made some good contact in that bottom of the 1st inning. Mancios up at the dish again here. Big opportunity for him. Runner at 2nd and Cole Miller. He did everything he could to get on base. Mancios will look at the first pitch he sees. Miller trying to get back in there. Throw was a bit behind Miller. He slid in just in case. Really didn't have to, but nonetheless, he'll like the idea that he's staying at 2nd. Here's the pitch. That'll be fouled off. Hopefully not into the tennis courts. It'll be less work for us tennis players having to go pick up those baseballs before we have to start our matches. Luckily, the boys have no regular season matches remaining. Damian Mancios at the dish. 0-2 count, 2 away. Miller will take a lead here. We got a stoppage behind the plate umpire, behind the mound umpire. And that'll be a swing and a miss for Mancios. Strike 3. Swung right through it. He was swinging for the fences. And that will end the bottom of the 3rd. Coming up, Cardinals will look for a 1-2-3 inning. It appears that Manzi will be heading back out onto the mound. Top of the 4th is on the way, live on Pope Prep. Well, we're back here in the top of the 4th. Still a 2-1 game. Pittsfield have the lead. And the Cardinals are back on the defensive ends. Cardinal offense this year, it's been rough in spots. And right now the Pittsfield Generals have just been in sync after that rough first inning for them. Cardinals will come in here. Pitch from Manzi is a bit outside. Everyone telling G to lock in here. Pitch from Manzi again downstairs. Getting a bit windy here at Pope. Another pitch from Manzi and finds the strike zone. Good for Gio to boost the confidence up a little bit. Pitch again. Downstairs for a ball to make it a 3-1 count. Fans still filing in this afternoon. Some fans heading out, others just coming in. Manzi, pitch. That'll be a line drive and foul right near our camera. Lucky fan will have to make a play here. Pitch coming in. Manzi, it's going to be in there for a strike. And they'll put him over to first for the drop 3rd strike. And that will be the first out of the top of the 4th inning. Manzi on the mound still. Wait for Manzi in that last at-bat to come back. Throwing some balls early on in the count, but eventually found his way back into it. And that is going to be a high fly ball in the right center field. Luckily, Brady Ballot is under it to make the catch for the second out. That had some pop on it. I mean, we saw that ball in the last game go all the way over the fence for a home run. That one looked very similar, but I think the wind just kept it in the park, to be honest with you. Came awfully close. Gave it some extra kick, too, and Brady Ballot was there. Looked like a high fly ball to us. It was just a high fly ball and wouldn't get out of the park. It's a bunt attempt here. Manzi caught a little bit off guard. He'll have to throw it over to first. He does the psych instead, just holds it. Smart play by Manzi to just hold that one in. It would have been too late. Avoid the risk of an error. Gio Manzi ready to deal. 2-1 ball game. Manzi will check back in, and that runner over at first will be safe, standing up. 2 away. Runner at first base. Runner is going to go here. Runner, I think, swung through that one throw, not in time. Runner will be safe over at second. I think the runner swung at the plate. And that was one of the weirdest swings I've seen. Or did they call him out? I think they called the runner out. Unreal. How about that for Pope Francis? I think Ardolino may have gotten the tag. Runner didn't stay on. And that will retire the side. How about that? I didn't see that one coming. And the Pittsfield Generals are going to head back to the dugout. How about that? Coming up, it's the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 2-1 game for Pittsfield. I thought the runner was safe, but the runner, we watched the replay now, it came off. Coming up, the Cardinal Bats are going to be back in the action here. Stay tuned. Champs play here. Back in a flash. Live on Pope Prep. Back with the out in the diamond, and it's Nick Burns heading up to the dish. He's got that swag, let me tell you. Cardinals are down 1. Can use a run here. Pitch. Burns will look at the first pitch he sees. That'll be a ball upstairs, and they'll make it a 1-0 count. So Nick Burns doing it right here. That's going to be a high fly ball, but it's just not a fly enough as the left fielder will make the catch, 1 away. So Nick Burns, a towering shot, but nonetheless, nothing going for the Cardinals, and that means that Gio Manzi is going to step up to the dish again. He's 0 for 1 today. Pitch to Manzi, will be in there for a strike. Making another 1 count. Manzi again. Looking upstairs at the ball. Making a 1-1 count. My last game as the voice of the Cardinals is right around the corner. I don't know the exact date of it yet due to the postseason schedule not coming out. But with the stretch run being in effect here, I figured we'd let you know about that. We're going to have some special guests coming on. I'm not going to give it away who exactly is going to be coming on. But stay tuned to popeproductions. We got you covered. It'll happen during a postseason game. I would expect it to be baseball. So you'll be hearing my voice with some others, and we'll recap the last 3 years from the journey it's been here on Pope Prep Productions. Manzi, a ground ball over to the third baseman. He throws on the first, and that will be an out. So the second out of this bottom of the fourth inning, nonetheless. Manzi is retired, and Brady Ballot, who's 1 for 1 today, will step up again to the dish. Game flying along. Ballot going to maybe try to bunt on the first pitch he sees, but he'll pull the bat back, making it a 0-1 count. A 1 pitch. Hey, got a miss from Brady Ballot, making it a 0-2 count. Brady Ballot trying to get on base here. No base runners for the Cardinals thus far in this bottom of the fourth inning. It's been a rough one for Pope. 1-2 pitch coming in. Pittsfield has had the same pitcher in all game. He has just been superb ever since that first inning. He's been awesome. He's been lights out. Brady Ballot got a tip on that one. Fouled it off. Making a 1-2 count. Brady Ballot at the dish, looking for something here for Pope Francis. Runs have been hard to come by. Pitch upstairs for a ball to make it a 2-2 count. Pitch to Ballot is going to be upstairs for a ball. So 3-2 count. Ballot just trying to find a way to get on first, trying to keep the inning alive here for Pope. Pitch to Ballot is going to be downstairs for ball 4, and for the second time today, Brady Ballot with a walk will head over to first. So Ballot back on first. He's got a stolen base today. We'll look for another one here, you'd think. And Anthony Ardolino will step up to the dish for Pope with the Cardinals down 1. Game well within reach. Pitch to Ardolino downstairs for a ball. Be a 1-0 count. Pitch here to Anthony Ardolino. Off to Springfield College, he will go next year. Pitch downstairs again. That'll be a 2-0 count. Pitch to Anthony Ardolino. Ardo, a 4-year member of the boys varsity team. That'll be a check on the runner, Brady Ballot. But he was safe by a mile there. I'll focus back in on Ardolino here. Ballot won't go. He'll wait for Ardolino to do something, and now he will. That'll be a ball in the dirt, gets past the catcher, and Brady Ballot is off to second base. So you do that with Ballot, he's going to take advantage of you every time. So he advances from first to second. Runner in scoring position now for Ardolino to work with in a 3-0 count. 3-0. Pro tip, you wouldn't swing here, you'd think. Yep, and he didn't, and that was awfully close. And I mean awfully close. Pittsfield giving a bit of a break there. Ardolino danced out of it. You thought that was a ball. Ardolino now, you'd think he'd swing. He would. It's a full count. Cardinals could use a run. Runner at second. 3-2 pitch to Ardolino. And it's a called strike 3. And the inning is over. So Pope Francis goes down. Brady Ballot got on base, but it wasn't good enough. Coming up, we've got the top of the 5th inning. Gio Manzi will stay out on the mound. Coming up live exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Back here in the top of the fifth. It's a 2-1 game. Pittsfield Generals have the lead. Gio Manzi staying out on the mound. He's been productive for these Cardinals. He's gotten his way out of jams. Gave up that one run on the walk, and thus far that run has been the difference in this one. It's a 2-1 ball game in the top of the fifth. Steve Wazinski will start warming up in the pen. So Gio looking to get in a groove here. Pitch, that'll be a line drive, and right into the glove of Jake Petrin. It beat our camera. One away in this top of the fifth. So the perfect start for Gio Manzi. He has been locked in ever since that third inning when he came in. Now Pittsfield will try to add on to the one-run lead they have. Again, so glad to have you with us. May Day, most seniors are done. Maybe a few more exams left, and that is going to be it. All she wrote for the class of 2024 in the academic setting. But sports seasons for most of these athletes far from over. Pitch from Manzi, going to be downstairs. It'll be a ball to make it a 2-0 count. Giovanni Manzi, 4-year member of the Redbirds, Merrimack commit. The pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. Make it a 2-1 count. That'll be a ground ball. Go right over to Petrin. Petrin and on over to first, and that will be the second out. Gio Manzi looking good in this top of the fifth. He has found his groove. So with 2 away, Manzi will look for the quick 1-2-3 inning. This Pittsfield dugout, I tell you, and I've heard loud dugouts. This dugout has been loud when Manzi has pitched today. That pitch will be just outside for a ball. Make it a 1-0 count. That'll be a strike 2. So strike. Make it a 1-1 count. With 2 away. Pitch again. Be downstairs. It'll make it a 2-1 count. Wazinski really starting to ramp up in the pen. Be a 3-1 count here. This might be Manzi's last batter. We'll have to see. Kind of a leash he has today. Yes. Manzi sets. He deals. There'll be a ground ball here. It might be just enough to get out of the inning. Artolino will flip on over to Manzios at first. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Gio Manzi. How about him? He has come in, and he has been filthy with the stuff on the mound. 2-1. Still the lead for Pittsfield. Coming up, the Cardinals, a big bottom of the fifth coming in. They need some runs. Trying to get some run support for their arms today. Coming up, Cardinal baseball continues next. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big inning for this Pope Francis team. Runs have been tough to come by today. So the Cardinals going to try to get something going. I think we're going to get a pinch runner coming in. I think it's going to be Don Petrucci coming in. Not mistaken. So Dom is going to come in and do some pinch hitting here for the Cardinals. First plate appearance of the day. Springfield College come in as well. They'll be playing baseball next year too. Trying to get some swings here. Trying to get these Cardinals back into this one. Pitch, he'll foul the first pitch he sees off behind the backstop. One fan will get a lucky souvenir there, making a 1-0-1 count. Again, so glad to have you with us today. 2-1 Pittsfield lead on this senior afternoon. Pitch here will be in there for a strike, making a 0-1 count. Bottom of the fifth inning. Big inning for the Cardinals. Petrucci will ground this one out over to short. He throws over to first. Is it enough to beat Dom? Dom went sliding in the first base, but the effort just not there. Effort was there, but Paul just didn't get enough. Dom Petrucci, everything he could there, but Pittsfield, this hurler has just been all over the place today. He has just been too good for the Cardinals. They've been trying to catch up to him all game long. It's been tough sledding for this Redbird team, and Petrin will step up to the dish. First pitch will be a swing and a miss for Petrin. And he got foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. 0-1. Here to Petrin. He was swinging for the fences. 0 for 2 on the day is Petrin, and he's in an 0-2 hole here. Been some quick innings. Pitch downstairs, making a 1-2 count. One, two. That'll be downstairs. Two. They'll be in there, downstairs. How about that? I thought it was a strike, but guess two people can have different opinions of the strike zone. And pitch here again. The Petrin will be downstairs, and the Cardinals will have a runner at first. So Jake Petrin uses the eyes here. El Capitan will head over to first base, which means that we are going to get to see some Cole Miller coming up to the dish now. With one away. Petrin's going to take a big lead here. General Hurler will look over. Pitch here to Miller. That'll be a ground ball. They could get a double play here. Petrin retired on the first double play, and that ends the inning. A crusher for Cole Miller. Side is retired, and that puts the capper on the bottom of the fifth. Coming up, we've got the top of the sixth. Cardinals. It has been tough to find run support, and we are going to get Steve Wazinski coming in for the Cardinals coming up. You're watching Pope Prep Productions coverage of the Pope Francis Baseball Senior Day live on Pope Prep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Having some technical difficulties with our scoreboard graphic. Caleb Gomez actually left me to go help out Don Percy over with the girls lacrosse game. That game is just wrapped up. It is a 17-5 final on senior night for the girls. So good for them to get on the winning side. Pope Francis boys baseball will try to join them. It's the top of the sixth inning. It's Steve time. He'll try to bring some heat here for Pope Francis. That pitch will be a bit inside for a ball. So Steve Wazinski Jr. off to Dean College next year. Here's Wise on the mound. Swing and a miss. Steven Wazinski, he's been battling injuries this year. He'll tell you that himself. He's had some injuries with that right arm. If he can get the injuries to a hole, he's got a good windup. He's a pretty good pitcher for this Pope Francis team. 1-2 pitch coming in for Steven Wazinski. Pitch. That'll be a ground ball. Wazinski will try to win the race, which he will. He'll throw on the first. One away in this top of the 6th. So Cardinals counting on Wazinski coming in here to be the next hurler up here in the Wheel of Fortune of Cardinal pitchers tonight. The wind really starting to pick up. Wazinski pitch. That'll be just inside. It's, I thought that was a strike, but then again, my strike zone's been off today. Pitch again from Wazinski. Be in there for a strike. Making a 1-1 count here. 1-1. That'll be a high fly ball. Brady Ballin is back there. He'll make the catch. 2 down at the top of the 6th. So Steve Wazinski, diehard Yankee fan. I gotta say, it's the one thing I don't like about him. One of the nicest guys I think I've ever met. 2-1 ball game. Pittsfield Generals on top. Pitcher will be downstairs for a ball. And sorry about our scoreboard. I'll be sure to frequently say the score here coming up. Trying to get Caleb Gumet back over here. It's becoming tough, as you can tell. Game is wrapped up. Not sure what's going on over there, but 2-0 count. 2-1 game. Cardinals down. Wazinski looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning. That'll be a strike here. That'll make it a 2-2 count. Some action in the bullpen. Bob McDonough starting to get loose. Pitch here from Wazinski. Just downstairs. Make it a 3-1 count. 2-1 ball game. Pitch coming in here from Wazinski. Be up high, and that'll be a ball 4. So Pittsfield will have a runner at first. So in a 2-1 game, Stevie walks the third batter he sees. He'll check in on that runner now, and he'll be safe. Boston Bruins got a big game tonight. A lot of the attention's going to turn to after this one's over. Pitch coming in here from Wazinski is upstairs. That'll be a ball, and it'll be a 2-0 count. Wazinski, this should be a bunt attempt here, and it could be a good one. Miller's just going to have to hold it in. He'll just go over to the third base bag instead just to make sure everything's okay. There'll be 2 runners on now. So 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 6th inning. Runners at first and second. Pittsfield looking to do some more damage, up 1, 2-1, in this top of the 6th inning. And now Burns will come out to check in with Steven Wazinski there on the mound, as you can see. Both of those guys having a conference. Won't be an entire infield gathering. Now, they'll head back here. 2-1 ball game. Cardinals can use it out. Pitch here from Steven Wazinski. I'll be upstairs for a ball. And made Nick Burns' glove twist to the left. Cardinals, it's just been a tough sledding offensively. Defensively, it's been pretty good. 2 runs, you'd say you're within a ball game, but the way the Cardinal offense has been, it hasn't been good thus far. Petrin will throw on over to second, and that will retire the side. Bottom of the 6th is coming up. Cardinals could use some runs. Down 1. This game is within reach, folks. Coming up, the Cardinals will look for a comeback on senior night. Stay tuned. Champs play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bottom of the sixth. It's a 2-1 ball game. The Pittsfield Generals on top. Johnny Goslin going to try to start out this inning with a big hit, and he will. It'll be a single for Goslin. He might think about going to second. He'll have to squibber back into first. So it'll be a single for Johnny Goslin, and Damian Mancio stepping up to the dish now. Cardinals, the run support just hasn't been there today. The first inning, it started out good. You thought it was going to be a big day for Pope, and ever since then, it has just swindled down. The Pittsfield Generals have been all over the Cardinals. Pittsfield finally has some action in their bullpen, too. So it's been the same hurler all day long for Pittsfield. He's had a busy day, but he has been A-OK. Pitch here from Pittsfield. That'll be a sharp ground ball from Damian. Pittsfield could turn the double play on the second and on the first. Nope, it'll just be one out. So Johnny Goslin will be the one summoned back to the dugout, which means Nick Burns up to the plate with Mancios at first and one away in the bottom of the sixth. Tough sledding for the Cardinals on offense. Burns at the dish. So Mateo's actually going to come in and do some pinch running here. So Damian Mancios will take a seat. Mateo's going to come in and be a pinch runner, which means Burns will have Mateo at first to work with. Leader of the Pope section, Nick Burns, at the dish. Cardinals need runs. They know it, too. 2-1 game runs have just been so hard to come by. Pitch here to Burns, coming in. He'll swing and hire a high fly ball, but it's not high enough. It'll be good enough for the left fielder for Pittsfield to make the catch. 2 away in the bottom of the sixth with the Cardinals down 1. It's getting cloudy. It's getting late, too. Cardinals can use a hero on senior night. Can Gio Mangi be the hero? Pittsfield 4 outs away from coming in here, limiting the Cardinals to a run. Trying to win this game. Heard someone slam something in the Cardinal dugout. Frustration finally starting to set in, you think. Pitch going to be upstairs here to Manzi. Manzi, ground ball, stapled to the shortstop, and ooh, good diving play. They can't make it, and the Cardinals will have 2 runners on with 2 out in the bottom of the sixth. Huge opportunity. Brady Ballot, who's been on base twice. Every time he stepped up, he's gotten on base. This is a huge plate appearance for Pope. Cardinals down 1, bottom of the sixth. Big-time players make big-time plays. That's the saying. Can Brady Ballot be that big-time player here? Ballot, look at the strike on his first pitch he sees in his third AB. Huge, absolutely huge plate appearance here from Ballot. His biggest of the game thus far, and that's going to be a line drive off the pitcher's glove and into center field for a base hit. Mateo's going to come home to score. We are all tied. Manzi will slide in the second, third. He is out, and that is going to get him a word from Coach Fenton, but nonetheless, the inning comes to a close, and Brady Ballot shows up. Big-time players make big-time plays. It's Ballot making a big-time play to tie this game up at 2 apiece. We head to the 7th. It's a 2-2 game. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. What a game we've got live exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Brady Ballot, Mr. Clutch. Top of the 7th, here we go. Cardinals have come back to tie it, 2 apiece. The Cardinals now will turn to a different reliever. Steven Wazinski came in, got 3 straight outs, retired the side 1-2-3. Fenton goes to Bob McDonough, and Bob McDonough comes in and throws a pitch really high. I mean, way high. Cardinal fans thinking about maybe Wazinski could have been left in, but they'll turn to Bob McDonough. He has an opportunity here in a 2-2 game. Trying to keep it within reason. That one is high and deep in the right field. Is that going to get down? It will. It's going to get down for a double, and it's going to be a stand-up double, too. Petrin will have to make a play. He goes diving into the dirt, and with that being said, the first runner that Bob McDonough sees is on with a double. Thought that ball was foul, and I think the umpires are going to discuss it here. Let me see. Yeah, so the ball is foul. Man, that's awfully close. So it was awfully close, and the umpires finally did have a quick discussion about it. It was foul, so no harm, no foul there. So Bob McDonough will get another chance at it with a 1-1 pitch. He's thrown 2 pitches. Pitch here from McDonough is in the dirt. Make it a 2-1 count. That'll be another high rocket in the right field. Is that one going to get down? I think that one was fair. Or is it foul? Let's see. I think it was foul. Was it fair? Let's see. I thought it was foul again. It's so close out there in right field. But the runner is still at first here. So it'll be a single again for Pittsfield. 2 hard-hit balls off McDonough. The first one was fouled off in the right field. Second one will get the Pittsfield runner on. Top of the 7th, 2-2 game. Runner at first for Pittsfield. Jackson Petrin starting to get loose in the pen. Pitch here, Burns will check in on the runner, throw over. Oh, that hit the runner, and I think the runner is going to be safe. He is going to head to third. Look out here. Giovanni is going to try to get him the throw. That goes past him. Bob McDonough is there for insurance. Things seem to be raveling apart for Pope. Huge for Pittsfield. Great base running for them. It sends the runner to third. No outs. Pittsfield could take the lead with a sac fly. So, a little bit of issues here. We're going to have a brief stoppage as the Pittsfield manager is going to come out and talk to his batsman at the plate. It's a 2-2 game. Top of the 7th. Moments you'll live for. Pittsfield and Pope in a battle. Bob McDonough trying to win the battle. There are no outs. All Pittsfield need here is a sac fly to take the lead. They might get it here, but no, that one's off in the fouled. Onto the tennis court maybe. Ooh, I think it did. I think it may have gotten a stay out there. I'll be picking that one up on the third singles court. 0-1 count here from McDonough. Trying to battle back. Pitch downstairs for a ball to make it a 1-1 count. One. That'll be a sharp line drive. It gets through Arbolino for a base hit, and the Pittsfield Generals take the lead again. It is 3-2. A ribby single off of Bob McDonough. It's a 3-2 Pittsfield General lead. How frustrating is that if you're a Pope Francis? You come back to tie it, and then Pittsfield, they didn't quit. They made it a 3-2 game. Frustrating. Absolutely frustrating if you're Pope Francis. Now, if you're Pope and you're Bob McDonough here, you got to keep it 3-2. You cannot let it get worse than 3-2. You got to give your team a chance. In the bottom of the 7th to tie it up again. Runner will go. Burns will just have to hold it in. Runner is going to take second. Bob just trying to calm down here. Providence College commit on the mound now for Pope. Just trying to lock in. find his rhythm. Pitch home. That'll be a sharp wide drive. That one is going to head all the way into the outfield. A run is going to come home to score for Pittsfield. They're still trying to find it. This could be an inside the parker. No, the runner a little bit slow there. He'll just stand up and wait. It's going to be a stand-up double. It could have been more for Pittsfield. It's a 4-2 Pittsfield lead. You could hear a pin drop now at Pope. And now Fenton will come out. Pittsfield yelling from the top. Emergency meeting. Bob McDonough's day is done. And Jackson Petrin will come in. Feel bad for Bob. Just not his day. Jackson Petrin, the southpaw, will come in. Coming up live on Pope Prep. Cardinals down 2. Top of the 7th. Game has flipped. It is a 4-2 Pittsfield lead. Jackson Petrin with no outs and a runner on second will try to restore order in this top of the 7th and keep it 4-2 and give the Cardinals a fighting chance. In the bottom of the 7th. Pittsfield ready, Pope Francis ready. So are we. Cardinal baseball resumes now. Jackson Petrin on the mound. The youngest of the Petrins, the southpaw, coming in to do some pitching here. Pitch here, that'll be a bunt attempt, and that one will be fouled off to the left side. Pitch here from Jackson Petrin. A bunt attempt again. Petrin will try to get there. The bunt attempts have just been too good for Pittsfield today. Cardinals have had all sorts of issues fielding in bunts. And the runners will be at the corners now for Pittsfield. It seems like this game is unraveling right in front of our very eyes for this Cardinal team. So Jackson Petrin just trying to lock in now. There are no outs. Pittsfield have runners at the corners. Checking on the runner at first. Make sure there's no funny business going on in this top of the 7th. Pitch to Petrin. Pitch from Petrin, rather, in there for a strike. Jackson just trying to find his groove. It took him a little time last time we saw him out here. Before he knew anything else, the umpire is going to give him a warning, I'm pretty sure. Checking on the runner again. He'll be safe. Checking in on the runner again, making sure there's no movement over at first. Trying to just let Pittsfield have only one runner in scoring position. It has been rough sledding for Pope today. Pitch from Petrin. He is in there for a strike. That'll be an 0-2 count. Oh-2 pitch coming in. Jackson Petrin trying to get ready to go here. The pitch. That'll be a sharp line drive. Anthony Artolino trying to make the play. The second, and on the first, we've got ourselves a double play. The run will come home the score, though, for Pittsfield. Nonetheless, 2 outs now. The Cardinals are down 3. Pitch from Petrin, going to be in there for a strike. A 1 count now. Another one from Petrin in there again. So Jackson Petrin really starting to find his groove. Came in a difficult spot. He's pitched pretty well for himself. Pitch up high. Making a 1-2 count. And swinging and a miss, and Jackson Petrin sits down Pittsfield. So coming up, the Cardinals will have an opportunity. They'll need 3 runs to tie it. Do you believe in miracles? Hopefully this Cardinal team does. 5-2, the lead for Pittsfield. Coming up, we've got the bottom of the 7th live on Pope Pro. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, as we get welcome back with a deep swing here from Pope Francis to start us out. So the Cardinals down 5-2. The top of the 7th they weren't looking for. That's kind of me to say that, too. Pope Francis trying to rally back here. And tough sledding for them today offensively. Pitch again. I'll be downstairs. Making a 2-2 count. Pitch again. That'll be a pop-up right near us. Gonna have a lot of fans trying to make a big play. Ooh. There's a grandma out here. I almost thought it was gonna hit her. It just missed her. I don't know how it just missed her, but man, oh man, she just ducked her head, and that is gonna be a called strike 3. 1 away in this bottom of the 7th. Hope seems to have been lost today for this Cardinal team. Trying to find something here with Moscarney at the dish. Pittsfield 2 away from a W. Pitch to Moscarney is fouled off. And Moss Carney, you just got to get on base. You got to find a way to get on base. That's the start for the Cardinals that they'll need. 5-2. Important top of the 7th. Moss Carney will slap this one. He'll try to run it out as hard as he can, and that'll be the second out. Pittsfield are 1 out away from coming out on the road and taking a win away from Pope Francis. And Jake Petrin will be the Cardinals' last hopes of keeping the inning alive. Frustrating when you think it was a 2-2 game in the top of the 7th. You let it get away from you. 5-2, the score now. Cardinals are down to their last out. Cardinals lose this game. They are going to find themselves in a rough spot. Rough spot where a week ago you thought they'd have fixed it. Now, they'll probably have another loss on the board if they can't figure it out. And the Cardinals, with that being said, are down to their final strike. Coming up, we've got the Cardinal postgame. We'll break it down for you. Coming up next, exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Pitch again. That'll be a line drive. Petrin will keep the game alive with a single. He may want to run it out. He will. He'll run as hard as he can, and he'll slide in for a double. So Jake Petrin not giving up. He gets on base for the first time today when they really needed it. And it's a sliding double for Jake Petrin with 2 away. So Cole Miller will step up to the plate, try to keep the game alive for Pope Francis here. Coming up, we'll break it down for you live at the Cardinal postgame. We'll wrap this one up. Look forward to the week ahead. Not much, though. It's going to be some time off. Miller will look at the first pitch he sees. It's going to be a ball. This is our last home game of the regular season for spring sports. How about that? Feels like it's flying along. It really has been. Miller will swing here. It'll be fouled off. Making a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Be out of the state tomorrow. Got Morgan Wallen tickets over at MetLife Stadium. Pittsfield looking to deal. 1-1 count. That will be outside. Cole Miller with a good eye there. An outside eye. Makes it a 2-1 count. Miller will look at a strike here, and the Cardinals, once again, are down to their final strike. Pitch to Miller. A ground ball goes right back up to the pitcher, and the Pittsfield Generals have won by a final of 5-2. 7th inning heroics from the Pittsfield Generals win it for them. Cardinals, a rough 7th inning. Top of the 7th. Ends it 5-2 final. Cardinals will head back to the dugout with another loss and another night to think things over again. A tough spot for this Pope Francis team in the last game of the year. Coming up, folks, we've got the Cardinal postgame. It's been a pleasure to have you along with us for this ride tonight. Congrats to all the seniors on the team, class of 2024. Coming up, it's the Cardinal postgame. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash, in a jiffy, live on Pope Prep. Well, the Pope Francis fans will exit the ballpark today with heads held down and a quiet atmosphere now. You can hear a pin drop. Pope Francis, lots of errors today. Errors on the base path. Errors with the pitching staff. Questionable decision listed. Steve Wazinski brought in Bob. Bob did not have his best day. And it winds up with a 3-run 7th inning. And Pittsfield take the win by a final of 5-2. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last regular season game of the year. How about that? Last regular season game here with Pope Prep Productions. It feels like it flies by all the time. This year, no different. Well, coming up for most of these teams, we're going to have Western Mass and States. So, again, we invite you to look at the Pope Francis Prep Athletics page on the website. They've got you covered with locations and game times for the entire season. So, that'll be coming up for you. And we're going to take a break here on Pope Prep Productions. How about that? We're going to get a little break and get some time off and come back recharged and ready to go for the final stretch run. My final, absolute last stretch run as the voice of the Cardinals. How about that? So, with that being said, that wraps it up from here. The Cardinals go down today in rough fashion by the final of 5-2. For Caleb Gilmet, who had a busy day today working with our sister station to record the girls lacrosse game, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to have you on this Friday afternoon. It's A.J. Gottsal's the voice of the Pope Francis Cardinals saying so long from Springfield with a 5-2 final. It's the Pittsfield Generals who win on senior night. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Until next week, we'll see you then. A.J. Gottsall saying so long from Springfield.